But to start off with the politics, this idea of you and a third-party run, are you willing to announce this morning that you're going to stick with the GOP, try your luck there, hope for fairness, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't, and no third-party run?
No, there's been so much false reporting, Chris, and you know it probably as well as anybody. You know what's been happening. I mean, people are putting out signals and everything else. And look, I'm running as a Republican. I'm leading in every poll. I think you report all these polls. In fact, in the CNN poll, I'm leading very big. And Iowa just came out yesterday where I'm leading substantially in Iowa. We're leading all over the place. And I want to run as a Republican. I want to be the Republican candidate. I think that's absolutely the best chance for winning. The way it's going right now, I'm being treated very nicely. I just want to be treated fairly. And if I am treated fairly, that's the way it's going to be. But I want to keep that door open. I have to keep that door open because if something happens where I'm not treated fairly, I may very well use that door. So anybody that says anything, you know, I hear all of these so-called advisors, and I think you know me well enough to know about all of the advisors that everybody's talking about that don't even exist. So I will tell you, I'll keep the door open. But it's not something I want to do. I want to run as a Republican, and I want to win as a Republican and take it back for the Republicans, for the country, and make America great again. You know, my whole campaign is based on making America great again. It's so simple, but it's hard to do. It takes a certain person to do it, and I'll be able to do it. And I look at my competition, they will not be able to do it.
Well, I want to talk to you about how. Now, you said something, though, that's interesting here. You said, I want to be treated fairly, nicely. You know that those aren't the same thing. And when you look at what happened with the comments about Megyn Kelly, you say, and we take you at your word, that you didn't mean them, they were perceived. But why do you think so many people took them as an outright assault on women?
Well, I didn't say I didn't mean them. I said what I said. And frankly, I didn't even finish that sentence. And people said, oh, he must have been thinking about this. It was a ridiculous interpretation. And most people agree with what I said. And, you know, what I said was very simple. And I wanted to get on to the next thought. And frankly, I don't even know how it could have been misconstrued unless somebody's a deviant, which in the case of the character that, frankly, saved me a lot of fuel money, Eric Erickson, who is a guy who's got a very checkered past and lots of checkered, stupid statements, and it wasn't a big deal, frankly. And he, by the way, he had a revolution out there. He had a riot out there when he announced I wasn't going to be there. So, you know, unless you have a sort of a semi-sick mind or a very sick mind, you wouldn't have thought that that would have been, you know, that would not be the normal thought process. But it's, you know, it's sort of irrelevant. I mean, there are lots of other things that happen in politics that are certainly a lot worse than that.
In terms of getting the female vote, it's going to be very important to you. You've said that you will be the best ever for women. The comments that Megyn was pointing to, you didn't say, hey, I have proof that she's lying about this. I never said them. Do you think that you owe women in general, if not an apology at least, some assurance that these comments are not who I am and they're not who I would be as president?
No, I think Jeb Bush owes women an apology because he made a terrible statement about women's health issues, and it was a foolish statement and perhaps a stupid statement. It's a statement that should never have come up. It should never have been made, and I was shocked that he made it, and I think that will prove to be his 47%. When Romney did his famous 47%, a lot of people said his election's over. I think that when Jeb Bush made the statement on women's health issues that, you know, he wouldn't fund them, you wouldn't need the kind of money, they were talking about $500 billion, you wouldn't need that kind of money, when that actually, relatively speaking, is peanuts compared to the kind of money spent on lots of other things. I think that was a terrible mistake that he made, and I think he's the one that has to apologize to women. Now, I will say this, he has gone back. He said, I misspoke. He said, meaning not me, he said that he misspoke. Well, that's an awfully big issue to misspoke. I will be so good to women. I cherish women. I will be so good to women. I will work hard to protect women. And I'll tell you what, work hard to protect everybody, because ultimately, if you look at what's going on with Iran, with this horrible deal that was made in Iran, this incompetent deal that was made with Iran, I mean, even if we don't approve it, they're going to get the money. Can you believe that? If the deal doesn't get approved, they still get the money. Iran is going to be so rich and so powerful and so strong. And what we've done is we've set them on the way to, literally, it could be destroying the world. That is one of the dumbest deals. I think that may go down and may ultimately horribly go down as one of the dumbest deals in
So-
world history.